Hello, this is Samsa again from GamingOnLinux.com, and guess what? We have games! Actually, a lot of them, because the new Humble Indie Bundle came along and brought us some new interesting games, and also some games that were actually already on Linux, but anyways, I'm liking them. This is one of them, Reus, and it's this type of, god game, where you actually manipulate a world as a god, or something like a god. And actually I have enjoyed this quite a bit. This is the Steam version. Oops, there is a chat open that shouldn't have happened. Well, anyways, as you can see, I have played this for 70 minutes, and I am really liking this game. It's a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, it's in the Humble Indie Bundle X, so you can check it out for at least, well, what was it, 10 days, 9 days, however many days it is when you see this video. But anyways, I decided to actually show you a bit of this instead of going with my original plans, because we have some games that are not actually working. These are not, of course, the Humble Indie Bundle games. These are games from devs that we have received, but because those didn't work, I decided to make a video of Reus. But yeah, let's get into the game. So, as you can see, you have lots of these game modes. You have the beginning game mode, which is basically the tutorial with 3 parts. Then there is this era game mode, which basically limits you to a certain amount of time, and I'm actually... let's see if there is... oh, there are just 2... well, these games are too long for us to play completely, but I guess we can play a bit of it. And then you have free play, so you can play however long you want with no time restrictions, but basically you don't actually... achieve anything by doing that. But yeah, let's start this era game mode, and let's play a bit of it. We can't, of course, play the whole game, because, well, we don't have 30 minutes. Or I could, of course, record 30 minutes, but that would end up being a long video, and I don't want to upload that. But yeah, so press start, and first of all, you get a list of different achievements that you, or these developments that you can get. These basically mean that you should, for example, civilized. To get that, you need to have a village with 25 prosperity points. I don't really care about this, I'm just going to play. So, you have 4 of these giants that have different abilities. For example, and of course you have this barren planet with no life on it at the moment, but we can quickly fix that. So first of all, we need some oceans, and our ocean giant actually can help us with that. Then we have this guy, who is the forest giant, then we have the swamp giant, and then we have the mountain giant. So as you can probably guess, the forest giant is actually used to create forests, and once the ocean giant has finished his ocean creation here, we will actually start making a village here. But of course, you need some things before we can actually make a village, or to be completely precise, we don't actually make that for that village. We actually just create the environment for a village to actually be made. But yeah, as you can see, we now have a small ocean here, and then we have this forest here. So what we can do now is we can actually use these abilities here to actually change how these few patches of forest behave. So for example, we can plant some fruit, and these should actually make the villagers appear and build a village somewhere around here. So now we have some blueberries here, as you can see, and these actually provide food. And because there is food here, it means that a villager will come here, and then they will create a forest village here called Darlshire. So as you can see, they have currently 1 prosperity point because they actually don't have anything apart from 1 food unit. So what we need to do is actually make them thrive. For example, actually they have started a project here. So these villages, what they do is they start these different projects. For example, they decided to make a Granary Project, and we have approximately 10 minutes to actually do that. And we have a new nomad who is willing to make a new village. So we could make a new forest, or actually we could make a swamp here. So let's send our swamp giant there, and let's start thinking about this piece of project here. This project, the Granary. We have some objectives which we need to complete before that project will be done. So we need to have 30 food units in use in this village, and currently we only have 8. This is the amount of food units that you can have in use at any time in the village. So what we probably want to do is we want to increase the food outputs of these blueberries, and probably have some other forms of food as well. Oh, and by the way, you can start creating that swamp of yours. Thank you. So what we have here is the symbiosis thing. Basically what this means, if these blueberries are next to an apple tree or a dandelion or a strawberry or strawberries, basically it will output 10 more food. So what we can do is we can actually plant some more fruit here, and then we can use our aspect these aspect abilities to actually upgrade these plants. Yep, I can use the leaf aspects to actually make these strawberries like this. So now these are strawberries, and what they do now is they output food, but they also output some technology or tech, and basically you get prosperity points by increasing the amount of different outputs. For example, this food output and tech output. Basically, the prosperity points they are basically the sum of your different, outputs. In this village, we currently only have food and tech, and the amount of tech is minimal here. But for example, if we create a swamp village, we can probably get something else too. Okay, now because we helped them finish their project, they actually the forest people, they gave us an ambassador, which allows us to increase the amount of these skills on our giants. Basically, as you can see, we have a few of these available at the moment, but we need, for example, to open the fruit aspect ability, we need to have a forest ambassador. And now we have a swamp village too, so let's send our forest giant to pick up that ambassador here. As you can see, he's now standing on top of the forest giant. And now we have this fruit aspect ability, which we can use to increase the amount of food that we can get from plants. And here is our new village. They don't have any food at the moment, but that isn't really a requirement. You need these. You basically need tech and food and wealth. Basically, those are the 3 resources that you can have to finish these projects. They are happy to live without any food, but they just can't finish some of their projects. But this project, this druid project here, it requires a lot of tech. So what we can do now is we can increase the amount of herbs they have. These herbs, as you can see, they provide tech, and we can also upgrade those with these leaf aspect abilities and so on. Currently, I don't think I will create a third village. I think these are enough for the moment. Oh, by the way, this village is starting to become a little bit greedy. If these villages, if they, you know, if they prosper too much in in a too short period of time, basically they will become greedy, and that will make them hostile against neighboring villages, and also the giants. That's a possibility. They can start waging a war against your giants. So we might want to avoid that. So let's focus on this village, because these guys have been prospering for a while. So I think I will send our forest giant here to actually help with these herbs. And we also have these exotic animals which provide wealth, but we don't need wealth at the moment. We mainly need herbs. So let's actually use the leaf aspect to upgrade. Let's check the symbiosis of these. So these actually provide tech if they are next to a mineral. So we could of course use our mountain giant to actually create some precious minerals here. That will probably help us a lot. We also need a bit more tech. We can probably get that by doing this. So as you can see, the main part of this game is that you move your giants around and use these different abilities to actually to affect how these patches of land actually behave, what they output and how much they output it. And that's the main strategy in this game. You actually have to carefully think what you need, how you are going to get it, and actually where you place all of these resources that you get. Let's see if that actually helps us. So as you can see, once we put these minerals here, this patch of land started to output a lot of tech, and that's because these peppermints, they have this symbiosis with minerals. So if they are next to a mineral, they provide oil roots or something like that. Also, these there are no transmutations. My God, I was thinking about transmutating these to tomatoes, but we actually need a growth aspect to do that, and I don't remember who had the growth. Was it you? Oh, you have the growth aspect. So let's actually grow these into tomatoes. And now they should be able to get their project done. Okay, nature is looking promising, but it could do better. Have you tried making use of symbiosis? Or symbiosis... whatever. Click on your favorite natural source, like chickens or blueberry, and look at this. Yeah, I've done that. I am already a professional at symbiosis things. Oh, we actually got an achievement. So now we got our swamp ambassador here, which we can put, for example, to this guy. This unlocks the toxic aspect, which also increases the amount of science we can get. And hey, I thought I told you to actually... well, never mind then. But yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty nice game. I have been liking this a lot, and I will probably play this for a while now, because it's actually ridiculously fun. It's currently available on Steam and the Humble Bundle, but on Steam it's not possibly available to all you Linux users, because there are some... it's kind of like in beta, kind of. So it might not download for you, but eventually it will, and so far it looks really nice. But yeah, so this has been me playing some Reus, and naturally we will see in the next video.